Retail sales slowed in October, falling less than expected for the month, but still marking the first decline in 7 months. Consumer spending dropped down to 0.1% from September, but that partly reflects lower gas prices. It was up 2.5% annually, down from last month's 4.1% gain. The National Retail Federation is expecting holiday spending to reach record levels this year, predicting a 3 to 4% increase compared to 2022. Joining me now is Telsey Advisory Group CEO Dana Telsey, who's on Barron's list of the most influential women in finance. Dana, thanks for coming back in to see us.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start big picture. The consumer's been showing stamina. Can the consumer just keep on sprinting to Christmas time or what?
I think one of the things is we've definitely seen the consumer be more reflective in terms of what they're purchasing. Okay. A focus on essentials and a focus on price is what we're seeing. There's two things which they'll spend on. It's definitely innovation, where companies have new items, whether it's anything from Ralph Lauren, who's seen an average unit retail selling price increase, or even a Coach and a Kate Spade. And everything from Hoka and On Running is where they're seeing the increases. The focus is on value. It's a more discerning consumer out there.
So when you say innovation, I'm thinking a waterproof suit or an iPhone that won't distract my son from his homework, but it's not, you're not going that far.
I'm not going that far. I'm going to places where that they don't have in their closet already.
Okay.
And look what's been happening, for example, even on groceries. They've moderated their spend and are more discerning in terms of what they'll choose to purchase.
Okay, so more discerning, that's value, that's promotions, and I'm thinking, are we looking at Target, Walmart, TJ Maxx, those kind of stores?
Everything.
Okay.
I think when you're thinking about value, look what you had today from TJX. They had better than expected sales, and you get the benefit of greater sales from existing customers or more new customers. But also you're seeing some of the other companies, and there's a slew that will have reported over the next few weeks. But what we're seeing out there is there's more greater expectation on the margin side, given the lower supply chain costs. There's more uncertainty in the sales.
Okay, but that's good news that supply chains are getting freed up a little bit, right?
Yes, good news, supply chains are getting freed up. Good news that inventory levels are cleaner. But companies need to promote more in order to get the consumer to open up their wallet. They're definitely more cautious than they were even a year ago.
Right. Let's talk about some of your stock picks. You mentioned Ralph Lauren. Do you like that company overall?
I do. I like Ralph Lauren overall. I think there's a lot of opportunity overseas, particularly in Asia. I think there's opportunity in some of their categories that they still have low penetration in, whether it's outerwear, home, and women's. I think there's more opportunity there. And I think a brand has the ability to control their own destiny.
It's historically skewed kind of older. Is it getting younger?
It is getting younger because of the marketing they've been doing. Okay. The marketing budget has certainly had a wider appeal lately. There's more on-trend marketing that's getting a younger consumer.
You mentioned Hoka's. I sometimes feel like I am the only guy without Hoka sneakers. That's Deckers owns the company. You like Deckers?
I do, and part of the reason why, think about the newness. They had owned Hoka since around 2013. It's only in the past few years that Hoka's taken off, going to reach nearly a $2 billion business. At the same time, don't count out UGG, because UGG continues to reinvent itself, and they have growth from two brands, which is exciting.
I had no idea Hoka had been around that long. I thought they just sort of jumped on the scene a few years ago. More sports, athleisure, Lululemon, been a strong brand for a while, but you think it has legs?
It does have legs, and there's the reason why it has legs. There are many different competitors in the athletic wear and athleisure business, but all of them have a different aspiration. One of the things you see from Lulu drives functionality, and they're now capturing that with both menswear and with women's wear. So I think there's continued opportunity both online and in stores. And check out the newly remodeled store they just opened on 17th and 5th if you're in New York.
Will do. We're almost out of time, but I do want to ask you, veteran that you are, you noticed a calendar quirk this year, Christmas on a Monday. That means procrastinators loading up on Saturday and Sunday?
You bet. Always, when you have Christmas on a Monday, you can wait as long as you want, because the other thing that consumers feel, the longer you wait, the bigger the deal. And certainly this year, that could come into play.
Even with low inventories, procrastinators will be okay?
They'll be okay. And the reason why? They can go to the off-pricers.
All righty. Dana Telsey, thanks so much.
Thank you.